Hello, and welcome again to Living English. Today, we're looking at reported speech. In our last episode of Sisters and Brothers, David, Anne's brother, telephoned his parents. He spoke to his mother and his father, who he hadn't spoken to for 2 years. In today's episode, he is telling the others about the conversation.
Goodbye. I'll see you soon. Yeah, I promise. I love you too.
Well, what did they say?
My mother said she was glad that I'm okay. She said she was happy to hear my voice. She told me that she's been very worried.
What about Dad? What did he say?
He said he was very angry, but that he forgives me. He told me that he loves me.
Of course he loves you. He's your father.
Did he say anything else?
Yes. He asked me to go home. He said they want to see us.
All of us?
Yes. They want to meet you. And Sam. They asked us to go to Singapore.
But we can't afford it.
He's sending us tickets.
Of course he is. He loves you, David. We all do. And now there's Rose and Sam too.
I'd love to meet your parents, David. And Sam wants to meet his grandparents. They're our family.
Look, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's all out now. We'll go as soon as possible.
You can come with me.
What about me? Can I come too?
You're not family, Steve.
David tells the others about the conversation with his father on the phone. Of course, they all want to know what David's father said and what his mother said. What is the question Sarah asks?
Well, what did they say?
She asks, what did they say? She is asking in the past tense about what someone else said. Repeat, what did they say, after Sarah.
Well, what did they say?
You try some other questions using this pattern. What did you do? What did you do? He win. What did he win? She find. What did she find? First, David tells the others what his mother said.
My mother said she was glad that I'm okay. She said she was happy to hear my voice. She told me that she's been very worried.
Let's look at all three of these statements. We've already worked out what the first statement was. I'm glad you're okay. The second statement was, she said she was happy to hear my voice. So what did David's mother actually say? I'm happy to hear your voice. She said she was happy to hear his voice. And what was the third statement? She told me that she's been very worried. So she actually said, I've been very worried. That statement is in the present perfect tense. Now let's listen to what David's father said to David.
What about Dad? What did he say?
He said he was very angry, but that he forgives me. He told me that he loves me.
David's father said three things too. Sometimes when we report what someone else has said, we use the present tense and sometimes the past tense. Let's look at the three things David reports his father said and work out what David's father actually said. He said he was very angry. What did he actually say? I am very angry. He said that he forgives me. What did he actually say? I forgive you. He told me that he loves me. What did he actually say? I love you. Let's look at David's father telling David what he wants him to do.
bring Rose and our grandson. Your mother and I love you. We want to see you. We want to meet your family.
So Norman, David's father, made 4 statements. Let's turn those statements into reported or indirect speech. First, bring Rose and our grandson. What verb should we use? Told. He told me to bring Rose and their grandson. Notice that because bringing Rose and their grandson is something that is going to happen in the future, we can't use the past. We use the infinitive to bring. He told me to bring. The next statement was, your mother and I love you. We can use told again. You try. He told me that they love me. Or, he told me that they loved me is also correct. You can also leave out the word that. He told me they loved me. The third statement was, we want to see you. Use said. He said they want to see us. Or, he said they wanted to see us is also correct. And you can add that. He said that they wanted to see us. You could also use the verb ask. Try. He asked to see us. Finally, we want to meet your family. How would David report this using said? You try. He said they wanted to meet my family. And now it's time for us to meet Michelle again. Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Brenton.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Would you like to meet my family?
I would love to meet your family.
Let's look now at what Rose says she would love to do.
I'd love to meet your parents, David. And Sam wants to meet his grandparents. They're our family.
What would Rose love to do?
She would love to meet David's parents.
And what does Sam want to do?
He wants to meet his grandparents.
We can use many different verbs like this to express hopes and wishes about the future. Let's revise some of them using the phrase meet your parents. Love to. I'd love to meet your parents. Want to. I want to meet your parents. Hope to. I hope to meet your parents. Expect to. I expect to meet your parents. When are they going to go? Watch again.
I will go as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. How soon is that?
Very soon.
Let's look again at some words we can use to describe times in the future. Brenton, I'm going to ask you to do some things. You tell me when you'll do them. I'd like a cup of coffee. Can you get me one?
In a second.
And can you get my lunch?
In a minute.
When can you help me fix my car?
In a little while.
And when can we go home?
Soon.
All of these expressions mean a small time in the future. As we've seen before, if we want to say exactly when in the future, we say at a time, at 2:30, or in a length of time, in a few days. Now we're going to look at something called inflection or stress.
Oh, are you feeling stressed?
Not that kind of stressed. Let's look first at something Anne says.
You can come with me.
In English, usually one word in a sentence is said with more emphasis or stress than the others. Which word in this sentence is most stressed?
Me. She says, you can come with me.
That's right. Anne is going to Singapore already, so David and Rose can go with her. Changing the stress can change the meaning of a sentence. Brenton, try stressing different words in that sentence and we'll see how the meaning changes.
Okay. You. You can come with me.
If you say it like this, it means the person you are talking to can come, but others can't. It is also more like an order. You can come with me.
You can come with me.
Before we thought you couldn't come with me, but now you can. You can come with me.
You can come with me.
You can come with me, or I can go by myself. Let's look at another example of how inflection changes the meaning. You must go.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
What are you doing? Now let's look at how to say those same phrases with different inflections. What are you doing?
Looking at this travel brochure. I'm thinking of going to Thailand.
Oh, you must go. I went there last year. It's great.
So, what are you doing suggests that someone is doing something wrong.
What are you doing is asking a question, being curious and interested.
You must go is ordering someone to go away.
You must go is saying it would be really great for you to go. And you must have another look at today's episode and join us next time. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. I'll see you soon. Yeah, I promise. I love you too.
Well, what did they say?
My mother said she was glad that I'm okay. She said she was happy to hear my voice. She told me that she's been very worried.
What about Dad? What did he say?
He said he was very angry, but that he forgives me. He told me that he loves me.
Of course he loves you. He's your father.
Did he say anything else?
Yes. He asked me to go home. He said they want to see us.
All of us?
Yes. They want to meet you. And Sam. They asked us to go to Singapore.
But we can't afford it.
He's sending us tickets.
Of course he is. He loves you, David. We all do. And now there's Rose and Sam too.
I'd love to meet your parents, David. And Sam wants to meet his grandparents. They're our family.
Look, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's all out now. We'll go as soon as possible.
You can come with me.
What about me? Can I come too?
You're not family, Steve.